First forecast brought to you by Store It At Home, rent-to-own portable buildings. A chilly day out there today, leading to a chilly night tonight. 38 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and cold for this time of year. We should be up around 70 and 47 for this time of year, but we started off at 44. Tonight we'll be down to around 38. Only got to 61 today. High pressure in control tomorrow. That's good news because we need to dry out. We've had a lot of rain, and with the rain added over the weekend, we're nearly sitting at 20 inches since January 1. That puts us about 7 inches above average, which is why we still have those flood warnings in places for the rivers until, well, they recede down to normal levels. Drying out over the next couple of days, but rain is back in your forecast. I'll let you know when that will happen coming up in just a few minutes.
Welcome to ABC 31 News Tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. A man and woman are arrested after a fatal shooting on Bolton Avenue Friday afternoon. That is our big story tonight. 33-year-old DeMarcus Scales and 32-year-old Latosha Thomas, both of Alexandria, were arrested in that case. Police are not releasing the name of the 42-year-old victim at this time. Grant deputies have arrested 5 people in the case of break-ins in the Verda community of homes and camps with some $30,000 worth of items taken. Those arrested are 24-year-old Dalton Shows of Colfax, 32-year-old James Stround of Coushatta, and 38-year-old Laney Thomasy of Montgomery. They are all charged with burglaries. 35-year-old Valeria Hopkins of Georgetown is charged with illegal possession of stolen items, and 54-year-old Sheenan Purvis of Atlanta, Louisiana, is charged with burglary and criminal trespass. A man investigated for littering ended up being charged with illegal carry. 21-year-old Christopher Brown is also accused of illegal possession of a stolen firearm. Alexandria police say it happened on Monroe Street over the weekend. State ag officials arrested a 55-year-old Pineville logger, Michael Edwards, the owner of M&M Logging. Authorities say he never paid a landowner for timber he harvested back in 2016. They say Miller reportedly misappropriated some $14,000 that belonged to that landowner. In Natchitoches, 20-year-old Temison Smith of Houston, Texas, and 36-year-old Reginald Warren of Natchitoches were arrested. Drug agents say the arrests are for possession and distribution and resulted from an investigation into activities in and around Natchitoches. They displayed evidence they say they found during that investigation. Grand Parish deputies made a drug arrest, saying they found meth at a dry prom home with 3 small children. 28-year-old Laura O'Neill is charged with possession of drugs, paraphernalia, and illegal use in the presence of a minor. Grant deputies arrest a dry prom woman after a drug investigation. 49-year-old Paula Dozot of Dry Prom reportedly told deputies she needed meth so that she could stay awake at work. Grant deputies also arrested a Pineville woman on drug charges. They say 49-year-old Lisa Scarbrook was found in the Prospect community with several different kinds of drugs after a routine traffic stop. And Grant deputies say a suspicious vehicle parked at a daycare center at night led them to the arrest of a man for stealing gasoline there. 42-year-old Christopher Goff of Dry Prom was accused of stealing the fuel, as well as drug possession, illegal carry, and possession of a firearm in a drug-free zone. Rapides residents took to the polls this weekend to cast their votes early for the Alexandria City Marshal. We caught up with the Registrar of Voters, Lynn Stewart, to get the details.
Well, there are several reasons, that it's important to vote early. The obvious reason is if you're going to be out of town on election day, you can come on and vote early, then you don't have to worry about that your vote didn't get cast.
You can vote at the Rapides Parish Courthouse downtown or in Pineville at Keys Park from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Next Saturday will be the last day to vote. Lawmakers in Baton Rouge right now for their regular legislative session started out today at noon. They are to meet until 6 p.m. on June 4th, but they could wrap up before then. That would be to provide another special session so lawmakers can fill a budget gap that would save hospitals and TOPS from some massive cuts. The first special session, which fell apart last week, resulted in a lot of name-calling and anger, but no solution to the state's money problems. Louisiana's Constitution will not permit tax measures to be considered in this regular session. The Rapides Parish Police Jury and District Attorney's Office are currently in conflict regarding the police jury's budget. which is facing a $400,000 deficit. The jury wants to strip the district attorney's office budget by $500,000 to make up for the shortfall. And Rapides Parish DA Philip Terrell says he'll bring that matter to court if the jury follows through on it. Tonight's police jury meeting will decide the fates of this ongoing conflict. If that matter is brought to court by the DA, the police jury will hire private legal counsel. Rising water from the Mississippi River is still a concern in Baton Rouge, and it is being watched closely. WBRZ's Earl Phillips has the story.
East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Deputy John Bowie is leading the patrol on the Mississippi River, looking for possible weak spots on the levee.
We can't see everything out here because the trees are in the way or we can't get close enough, that kind of thing. But we're going to do the best we can.
The water is high. It's been coming up for 2 weeks now, already covering half of the City of Baton Rouge sign on the levee. But the most troubling spot is at the bluff at Southern University. This exposed dirt area means the levee is slipping and could become a serious problem if it continues.
And if it should completely slip down, that whole bank, the top of that bank, could come loose. And of course, we don't want that.
A breach would lead to flooding. Right now, the river's at 40.9 feet, and it's expected to rise another 2 feet before it comes to a crest. And at that point, some of the lower lying areas inside the levee system could start taking on some water.
For the businesses along the river, we're going to start to get a little concerned because their parking lots may flood, and they're not going to be able to get their cars in or out. Any equipment that they have, tractors, cranes, that kind of thing, they're going to want to move them to high ground to make sure they don't flood.
The levee is holding, and the deputies are on patrol looking for possible trouble.
The St. Louis chapter of the Order of the Eastern Star woke up the neighborhood this past Saturday with the smell of pancakes and sausage. The women held a pancake fundraiser to continue to promote moral values and personal goodness. Their motto is an order which is dedicated to charity, truth, and loving kindness. The Junior League of Alexandria held its annual Stenla Kids Fest over the weekend at Franco Hunter Park Gym. The weather didn't stop the Junior League from putting a smile on kids' faces as they promoted healthy lifestyles and cyber safety, offering hands-on fun and activities to educate.
The importance of this is getting our community together to support our youth, to educate them to better understand their healthy decisions, their choices that they can make with their own lives in fitness, nutrition, and cyber safety.
Local community organizations were on site providing activities in the league's 3 focus areas of fitness, nutrition, and cyber safety. Yesterday, the LSUA spotlight was on local resident and Vietnam veteran Jim Leggett. He was a first lieutenant in the U.S. Army when he went to Vietnam in 1968. And while serving, Leggett wrote his mother each week. He shared a few of his letters and stories.
This kind of thing is original research. So I said, well, I'll donate it to LSUA. But it's just my views of what was going on while I was there. It's my pleasure to donate them to LSUA, and I hope they can make good use of them.
Those letters are now part of a collection that will ultimately reside at LSUA. The 33rd Annual Louisiana Nursery Festival is coming up. It's more than just nursery items to spruce up your home garden. There's something at this festival for the entire family to enjoy.
Roller coasters and different rides there that Jim provides for, you know. And it's good for the kids. They have food booths, you know, arts and crafts. And Saturday morning you got a parade at 10 o'clock. So bring your mud truck, bring your lawnmower, racing lawnmower, or hot rod, whatever you want to enter into the parade. You know?
So you're welcome to watch the parade, or you're welcome to participate in the parade?
Yes, yeah. You know, come early and get you a ringside seat.
Festival will take place this Friday through Sunday in Forest Hill. Check out the Louisiana Nursery Festival Facebook page to find out more.
Good morning, Central Louisiana.
Good morning, America.
Look for your local weather updates during GMA. Brought to you daily by LSUA.
"61 degrees out there currently, and that was our high temperature today. So still staying right at our high and could be dropping pretty rapidly as we lose our sunlight. Of course, daylight saving time helping us keep the sun just a little bit longer into the afternoon. So whereas the last week at this time we had the moonlight out. We have the sunshine out now. Our dew point at 33 degrees. Yeah, that's dry air in place, and that means that we're going to be dropping down to the 30s overnight tonight. The wind out there about north at 8 miles per hour. And that should start to die down as we go into the overnight hours as well. But visibility staying crystal clear because, well, high pressure in control and really nothing on the radar. We did have a cold front move through on Saturday, and that helped clear us out for the day on Sunday. Of course, having the storms that we had to deal with as well over the weekend. Good news is, over the next couple of days, none of that. Mostly sunny tomorrow, just a few clouds. Will still be chilly for this time of year, still below average, but we'll be a touch closer to that average, our average being 70 degrees for this time of year. Plenty of sunshine. Ignore the thunderstorm icon there as we go into the day on Wednesday, and we're continuing to warm up. Nice with plenty of sun for our Thursday as well. So a beautiful next couple of days on the way. And temperatures, well, they're going to correspond. Cool and sunny tomorrow, high pressure basically over the top of us. That means that winds will be light as well. The further you get away from high pressure is usually where the winds are, and the closer to a low pressure system, everything flows from high to low. So high here and the low being up into the northeast. The winds, well, they'll be all up in the northeast, but still funneling that cooler air down into Florida. That means a warming trend on the backside of that high. We'll get that over the next several days. The surface map showing exactly that. Unfortunately, as we go into the late week, we will have that return flow as high pressure slides off to the east. That pushes a ridge up into the middle part of the country. That means warmer temperatures, but it also means return flow out of the Gulf of Mexico. So humidity returns, and as well as the chance of rain. Now, we're not talking about a soaking rain here, but still showers nonetheless. And the good news, this pattern, with that ridge in the middle of the country, looks like it's going to stick around as we go through the next 6 to 10 days. So warmer, spring-like temperatures arriving just in time for, well, spring. Of course, March 21st when we could expect that. 64 for the day tomorrow, so another chilly day, mostly sunny skies, however. And light winds will make it feel quite nice. 71 by Thursday. Then you see the showers back in the forecast for the weekend. Maybe even a thunderstorm around for our Saturday. But temperatures near 80 degrees. That's a look at your 7-day and your weather forecast.
There's a man out west who goes by the name of
Mr. West.
Mr. West.
Mr. West.
James West.
James West.
How did you know? Oh, just a wild guess.
Hard secret agent.
Get down!
Hard cowboy. And all man. He's Jim West on the Wild Wild West.
Keep the change.
Here's weekdays at 4 and Saturdays at 5 on MeTV Alexandria.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nick Frank. The NSU baseball team earned their first conference series win of the year this past weekend against Nichols. It was the Demons' 4th series win of the year. Coach Barbier says it was timely hitting that did the job for the Demons this weekend.
When scoring's tough, you need extra base hits. You know, you need guys that can leave the yard and hit a double with people on base, and thank goodness we got a couple of them that can do that. Clutch hits on offense, and then the way we compete on the mound, it was fun to see.
The Demons softball team also opened up conference play this weekend. They cruised to a 3-game sweep of Lamar. It's the 6th straight win for the Lady Demons. Coach Donald Pickett says it all started in the circle.
Very competitive conference, and to get a sweep, you know, is a really good thing, especially first weekend out. Kind of sets the tone, and we got good pitching. And you know, when you get good pitching, you have a chance to win every ball game.
Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Only one doctor brings health right to your home.
Every day is a new chance for change, and everyone can start right now.
Make an appointment with Dr. Oz. Check in for your daily checkup.
Stay connected with KLAX ABC31. Visit us online anytime. Get today's top stories and trending topics. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. See our pics on Instagram. Watch us on YouTube. And make KLAXTV.com your home for local news and information. Plus, download the KLAX weather app for your smartphone or tablet. Get live current conditions, radar maps, alerts, and more. More ways to stay connected with KLAX TV.